Hello, my name's Andy Blankenbuehler, and I'm the choreographer of the upcoming revival of Annie. As choreographer, what my job is to create musical staging that brings the stage pictures to life. A lot of my work actually has to do with me just paying attention to my imagination. So I listen to the songs that I'm choreographing to, I listen to the words of the songs, and I read the scripts, and I pay attention, and I sort of create a story in my head of what I want to happen. So the director gives me input, the writers give me input, and all the music gives me input. And so I walk sort of in circles in my studio and just listen to the music over and over again until I can see the story that I want to bring to life. And then after I see that story, then I figure out how to make dance steps out of it. So if a person is grumpy, is it with my shoulders forward? If a person is free and happy, does the body language go up, and are there jumps and are there turns? So I use my imagination in that way and then slowly build these numbers, build these dances. But that's only a small part of the process. The biggest part of the process is when I finally join the company, when we finally join the actors and the singers and the dancers. So up till then, it's just been music and the director and the writers and the designers telling me about the set. But then the first day of rehearsal comes, and that's when all the magic really happens. So we get into the room with that great, wonderful cast who all have their own imaginations. So we bring our stories, our ideas to them, and then they jump and they run with them. And they say, oh, that's great, but what if we did this? And so everybody goes in together, and the story really comes to life with a brand new energy. So my day starts every morning really early. You know, I thought dancing and choreography was really about making up dance steps, but what I realized along the way was a lot of what I did as a Broadway choreographer was about business. So I start my day on the computer. I work for about an hour at home after my kids wake me up at like 6:30 in the morning, answering emails and corresponding about questions about the set and costumes and casting. And then after that first hour of work, I go to the gym every day. And I exercise for about an hour just to make sure my body stays in good shape for when I'm dancing. Then I take the train downtown to 43rd Street and I start dancing. So usually I dance half a day, and the rest of the day I do more thinking, or I do more correspondence or meetings with casting agents, or casting sessions, or meetings with the director or the set designer or the costume designer. And then I usually go home at dinner time, have dinner with the family, and then I usually do about an hour of business after that, and then my whole day comes to an end, and then the next day it all starts over again. You know, in show business, like so many other things in life, hard work is so important. And as a dancer, there's a lot of hard times. You know, standing at the ballet bar every day, doing those exercises every day, and sweating and having sore muscles. You have to go through all that hard work for the huge payoff. And in show business, there's huge payoffs, which is really great. You finish a great show, and the audience is clapping and screaming and standing for you. That's a really exciting time. You know, one thing that's great about the theater and the musical theater is that it sets the imagination free. And I've talked a lot today about imagination, but that's sort of what the theater does. Sometimes movies are very literal. You watch the story happen before you. But what's really exciting about the theater is we only start the journey for you, and then you finish the journey. So I'm really excited for all this younger audience to sit into the theater, and those stage lights go down, and the music starts to soar, and we start to suggest ideas, and then your imagination takes off. And so what I'm excited to do is bring this great story to a whole new group of people, some of whom have seen the show before and are coming back to see it again, other people who have never seen it, and it's going to be a brand new thing for them. And I know that adults and kids alike are going to sit in the theater and their eyes are going to get wide. The music especially is so wonderful, and the story is so emotional that I know that everyone's going to be leaning forward in their seats, just paying attention to the story and letting their imaginations go wild.